Hello, everyone. How's it going? And welcome back to a Crendor Rambles discussing the 2018 NFL playoffs. We've got a Super Bowl matchup, and it's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles and the New England Patriots. So, sorry for getting this up a little late. Meant to get it up a few days ago, but either way, we've got a Super Bowl, and we had some. Well, the one game was okay. So the Patriots-Jaguars. I was very excited. Jaguars got out to a great lead, up 14-3. It looked like they might actually upset the Patriots, but in classic Patriots fashion, they came back. Jaguars they were too young. They made too many mistakes. I think just some bad penalties on them. A lot of people were blaming the referees, but I do think the Jaguars made a lot of rookie type mistakes, and they're a young team. It's to be expected. But I think they played their one of their best games that they could have played. They're in New England, a team who's been there so many times, and you only lose by 4 points. They kept themselves in it, and I think down the line they're gonna be in the playoffs for a lot of years, but. I was looking at the Jaguars' schedule. Hold on, let me bring it up. And I started realizing how weak their schedule actually was this year. So let me go over this real quick. They beat the Texans, who didn't do very well. They beat the Ravens, who didn't make the playoffs, but they were almost a playoff team, so that's probably one of their more legit wins. They lost to the Titans. They lost to the Falcons. Or no, they beat the Falcons. Wait, that's preseason. Scratch that. They lost to the Jets. They lost to the Rams. They lost to the Cardinals. They beat the Colts twice. Colts aren't good. They beat the Browns. They beat the Bengals. They beat the Steelers. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Seahawks, the Texans again, lost to the 49ers, lost to the Titans, and that was essentially their season. So the only real impressive wins I get out of that were the Ravens and probably the Steelers. The Seahawks weren't that good this year. And then where's their other win they had? The Ravens Steelers were probably their two best wins, to be honest, and then they beat the Steelers again. I think they just match up well with the Steelers, and then beat the Bills in the playoffs. But they didn't have that hard of a schedule, but that doesn't really bother me too much because I still think they're a young team. I think they're on the uprise, and I think they'll be back in the playoffs next year. So good for you, Jacksonville, and I hope you keep getting better. But here we go again. Patriots are back. I made one tweet and somebody posted it, like one of the news journalists posted it, like a bunch of verified people's Twitter's tweets, and mine was just like another boring Super Bowl with the Patriots, and I got so many tweets from angry Patriot fans. They were like 50-year-old men with Patriot hat avatars being like, "You jealous, bro? You jealous that the Patriots are there?" I'm like, no, I don't care. If it's not the Packers... I honestly don't care. Like, it could be whoever. There's teams that I'd prefer be there, but I don't, I'm not like, oh, I'm so sad. It's not like watching your team that you cheer for every year. Like, if it was the Packers, I'd be genuinely upset, but it's like, we're not even there. Like, I don't care. Which brings us to the other game, Vikings-Eagles. And I said it was going to be close. I said they were like a mirror matchup. I still think they're a pretty close mirror matchup, but the Eagles came to play, man, and I think the home field did give them a bit of an edge. I think it was just they were at home. They felt disrespected. They're an underdog as the number 1 seed, which I think bothered them a lot. I think the Vikings still could have won this game if they were in Minnesota, but I think they just got overpowered, man. They just got outwilled. Case Keenum had a mediocre day. But I mean, granted, Eagles defense is one of the best in the league, as we went over last week. And then Nick Foles made some crazy plays. I don't know what happened, but Nick Foles came alive, man. And that running game of Philadelphia, another big part of the reason they won. Jay Ajayi, Um, and I just, Mamma mia. Zach Ertz, Alshon Jeffrey, Torrey Smith, Nelson Aguilar, all getting some catches. Some good defense. They had Corey Graham. Ronald Darby's good. Patrick Robinson had a pick. I don't actually know who he is. They have Chris Long, Fletcher Cox, Michael Kendricks. They got a lot of good players on defense. And I think a lot of people are even underrating the Eagles in the Super Bowl. I've seen some articles written where people are like, it's not just a walk in the park, Eagles. I'm like, I don't think they've had a walk in the park, honestly. I think everybody's been selling them short because they lost Carson Wentz, when really they're a pretty complete team. And Nick Foles has been around long enough, and he runs a tight enough ship where he doesn't turn the ball over. He doesn't make bad plays. He's going to just try to win you the game, you know. I think they try to game plan around that as well, where they have him play well enough to not lose and then let the rest of the team take care of it, even though he played pretty well. And I still don't think the Patriots are that good. I think there's Patriot teams of the past that are better than this Patriots team. And that's why I think the Eagles can win this. I think the Eagles are going to win the Super Bowl. Now, we're going to have to wait to 10 days from now to actually find out. But I do think the Eagles can win. I think their defense is good enough. If we take a look here, let's compare the Eagles schedule, to what the Jaguars had. And I'm going to really take a look here because I haven't even paid attention to many of the schedules. So we had the Eagles beat the Redskins. They lost to the Chiefs. They beat the Giants. They beat the Chargers. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Panthers. That's a good win against the Panthers. Beat the Redskins again, 49ers, Broncos, Cowboys. Cowboys aren't too bad. Well, it was a bit earlier in the season. Let's see. Lost to the Seahawks, beat the Bears. They beat the Rams. That's two playoff team wins. Beat the Raiders, so I guess those are their main thing. The thing is, when they beat teams, like some of these weak teams, they crush those teams, like 31-3 over the Bears, 34-7 over the Cardinals. So it's not even just like a shootout or anything. Like they score a lot of points and they hold the opposing team to very low points. 37-9 over the Cowboys, 33-10 over the 49ers. Like some of these wins are really, really good wins. And then they beat the Falcons in the playoffs 15-10, and then you go 38-7 on the Vikings. I think the Eagles can shut down Tom Brady. Gronkowski's probably going to play. He's got a concussion, but he'll probably pass the protocol by then. And if not, he'll, quote, pass the protocol. That seems to be a common thing in the NFL. So I think if I had to predicting right now, I say Eagles win this one. They won't choke away a 21-point lead like the Falcons will. Is it 21 or 24? It's somewhere in the 20s. I'm going to say Eagles win this one 27-21. I say 27-21. I think Tom Brady's it's gonna be close all game. Eagles are gonna have that 6-point lead. Tom Brady needs to drive at the end. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, he's gonna do it, and then bam. Eagles are going to shut him down. They're going to win the game. And maybe like just an interception, fumble, just knock the ball down on fourth down. They're going to do something. That's obviously because that's like all the things you can do. But I think they can take that. I think their defense will hold them. I think they'll bend, but they won't break. So I think they'll give up 21 points, but I think the Eagles themselves will get 24 or 27, but I'm betting 27. And the Patriots defense, at times they can really shine, at moments they can get really hot, but aside from that, man, like I don't think the Patriots defense is that good. It's okay, it's good. It reminds me of the Packers defense, where it's good enough to get the job done, but they rely heavily on Tom Brady. So that's what I think is going to happen, and I think the Eagles are experienced enough to do better than the Jaguars did or the Titans did against the Patriots as well. So it should be good. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm ready. I'm going to probably be live tweeting the Super Bowl when it's happening. I won't be live tweeting the Pro Bowl because, Pro Bowl. Super Bowl is just a thing where everybody watches it. You especially watch for the commercials, the halftime, it's practically a holiday at this point. So I'm pumped. I'm ready. Super Bowl time. Let's go, Eagles. Yeah. Okay. See ya.